I've been far too comfortable for my last few camps, getting soft. So for this video, I've stripped everything back to basics. Just got a poncho, a wool blanket for warmth, and what I can keep on my belt kit. And that's it. A few challenges along the way, not least of which is going to be making a bed in this barren landscape. I need to sling for my breakfast and fish for my supper. But the venison stew is guaranteed, so happy days. I think that'll do just fine. I've had worse views from bed. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. So I set off early this morning. I didn't have any breakfast. It's past lunchtime now and I'm getting pretty hungry. But in the spirit of this little adventure, I'm not going to make it very easy for myself. So I've got a little challenge to do. I'm going to give myself 3 stones with the sling, like a little simulated hunt, and a little bird-sized target, which will probably just be a rock, and I get 3 shots, and if I get it, I get a nice pork chop for my breakfast. If I don't, then I'm going hungry. I've got no idea why I'm doing this to myself. So I'm going to finish this coffee and go give it a go. I'm very new with the shepherd sling, and I'm really not that confident about this. We'll see. Well, I've picked the best 3 stones I could find. All of them are square around here, it's just shale. Excuses already. I've set my target up over there. I'm going to give it about 20 paces. See if I can earn myself some breakfast. Okay, shot 1. Oh. It fell over, does that count? Okay. Shot 2. Then breakfast. Oh, miles away. Looks like I'm a hungry boy today. Just for larks, let's see if I'm more accurate without the sling. Well, that was a shame. I'm not counting the last throw that I did without the sling, because that wasn't the challenge. So I'm having some consolation cheese, just so I don't pass out from hunger. I'll give myself another shot at that in the morning for breakfast, and if not, I'll be walking out hungry again. Good way to get better if the stakes are a bit higher. So I'm going to get dinner on early. I'm making a venison stew, and I don't have that much meths, not enough to last 2 days if I'm bubbling a stew for hours. So I'm going to get it on, get it hot, let it cool down. I'll just keep warming it up throughout the day and letting it cool again, and that'll give it time to steep, and it should end up absolutely lovely. So I have my cheese and put my stew on. Oh, I'm hungry. This midges shirt has earned its keep the last couple of weeks. Covered in paint 'cause I've been wearing it at work. Actually need to do some stitching because I've got some holes showing. Right, dinner. So I've got a whole pack of venison sourced from this estate. I put the whole lot in because go hard or go home, and I'm a hungry boy after failing that little sling challenge. So I'm going to dice this up. Not the best thing for the knife blade, using this as a chopping board, but I didn't have room for one in the belt kit, and the stainless is softer than the carbon, so it shouldn't be too bad if I go easy. Oh, helps when you do your midge net up properly. So get that onto brown. Some butter. I've heard tell the garlic keeps the midges off, so I'm going to go in with a lot of that. And I found 3 chanterelles on the way up here. It's actually the second lot I've found this year. Season's early, we are quite far up north, but autumn's coming, so they can go in the pot. So I've been hopefully reliably informed that there's bigger fish in this loch, hopefully bigger than the ones I was catching last week, the wee tiddlers. Apparently there's none in the loch where I'm camped, but I'm going to try that later on anyway while dinner's cooking. But I'm just going to chuck a spinner in here and see what I can catch. Fortunately the fly rod doesn't fit on the belt kit, so I've saved myself that embarrassment. I'm seeing lots of activity and lots of midges, so I'm going to get this rod in the water quick. There's fish topping everywhere, so I think they must not like that lure. Gonna have to head back, didn't get anything. Should have bought the fly rod. I reckon even I could have got something with a fly. They were all topping right up to the banks, all going for the flies, absolutely ignoring my spinners, and I was dropping them right on their heads. So yeah, I've had to turn around and head back early because the wind's done a 180 and it started raining, and the midges are absolutely atrocious. I think I left stuff out at camp. It's not hard rain, but I don't want to leave anything for too long. Ah, the ubiquitous Highland midge. I'm tempted to go climb a hill. That big thing behind me looks like the highest thing around. Might be able to get up above them. It's a while till dinner. And these things are crazy. I need to fix my midge net, but I can't take it off to do any sewing. They can't get me inside the midge net. It's not that, it's the sound. It's like changing tinnitus. Yeah, up a hill I think. Oh, it's midgy up here as well. If you keep moving, they're not too bad. It's worth it just for the view though. Unreal. Right, let's see if I can get this out before the midges kill me. Oh, no, I can't. Let's get you and run away. Oh, these are brutal. Well, I wanted to do a lovely piece to camera with a nice view behind me, but I have to keep moving, even up at, I think I'm above 500 meters. These are brutal. So what I wanted to say was, you might have noticed my last couple of videos have been a little bit different and the channel's changed a bit. What was Danny Does Things is now Wild Highlands, and after taking a break I thought I'd change things up a little bit, and I'm going to try and start putting something out once every couple of weeks. Now I've got the time and the opportunity to do these cool things in these cool places, and it would be really good to get the channel to grow, and it's really easy for you to help with that. All you got to do is subscribe, like this video, share it if you know somebody who might like it, and that really helps me to grow. Because if you want to see me keep doing daft things like this in cool places like this, then just clicking the subscribe will really help. Thanks a lot. Oh, back to the swarm. Isn't any better. Might see if I can meditate my way through it. Unreal. Makes you wonder what the pre-clearance Highlanders actually did, other than hide. A couple of weeks. Those chanterelles were a good sign for autumn. Couple more weeks of this. And it's not just the end of the midges. I love autumn. I can't wait. We've got a lot planned. But not having the midges will definitely be a bonus, because this is going to be a fun little sleep. How am I going to eat my dinner? I'm going to have to think of something. Might end up wrapped in my blanket with it. A friend of mine and I were on the West Highland Way once, getting swarmed by midges. It was on a walk in the day, and to keep us sane we started doing a little bit of maths, and we worked out that any given day there are 6 million midges for every single person on the planet in Scotland. I think most of them are here right now. Right, there's a slight breath of a breeze coming from the east again, which I'm sheltered from where I am. So I'm going to go climb a rise over there, and I'm taking dinner with me, and I'm going to warm it up, and I'm going to hope that there's enough wind that I can just whip my net off and take a bite. Hopefully, that's the plan. Gordon Ramsay's kitchen's got nothing on this. And for dinner tonight, midgie stew. Oh, it's looking good. So I've figured it out. If I just walk around in circles fast enough, they can't keep up with me and I'll be able to grab mouthfuls. So let's see how that goes. It's really good. Okay, this is kind of working. Bowl number 2. Of course it starts to rain. What else would it do? Right, in for a penny, in for a pound. Well, I've had consolation cheese today, so bowl number 3. Oh, it is good though. Even better with all the extra protein. Oh, it must be mad Well, that was an ordeal. Oh, my stomach's gonna thank me though. Oh, I think I'm wearing just as much of that as I ate. They keep getting inside the camera somehow, and I don't understand how. It's threaded. That's incredible. Huh. If you're wondering why I've got a hat on in this weather, by the way, even when I'm sweating, it's because there's a big hole in the top of the midgie net, and I can't take it off to fix it. So I'm having to just run around with a beanie hat on sweating. This is insane. You keep thinking they can't get any worse, and then the noise just ramps up again. It's wild. The problem I'm facing now is I really need a pee, and I don't know what to do. All I can think of is sprinting really fast in that direction and trying to pee before they catch me up. I don't know if that'll work or not. I suppose I'm going to have to try. Well, just after the debacle that was eating dinner, the heavens opened and my cameras got wet and I got wet just coming back. It had been a drizzle and then it kind of came out of nowhere, and when I got back the swarm was the worst I'd seen it. Just keeps getting better. So I gave up and I just jumped into my bed and got in my blanket. Thank God this bed's really comfy and warm. And I've been in here for about an hour now, just tucked up. I can take the midgie net off when I'm inside. But the swarms dropped a little bit, the wind's picked up a tiny bit, but they're still around. I don't think I'm going to get much more done tonight. So I'm probably just going to go to sleep early and get up early. Well, it's been a midgy all day, but I've got the pitter patter of rain on my shelter and I'm warm and dry. What more could you want? Except a flame to fall asleep to. Good morning. It's about 4:30. The weather forecast is pretty much the same as for last night for this morning, so I'm going to bug out pretty soon. I've had about 7 hours, 7 hours sleep. Went to sleep quite early, very early, but slept absolutely cracking. The heather bed, well, the moss and heather bed stayed super warm. I can still feel the residual heat in it. Really impressed with that. It's good to know I can knock something up that quickly. Only took about half an hour to collect them and build, so that's cracking. I was thinking as I was going to sleep last night about all this old kit, coming out with all the basics, and how last weekend I went out with 2-3 times the amount of stuff in a pack, and it weighed probably the same as the full webbing loadout, which when you think about it, it's just just mental for the amount of stuff that I've brought this time. It just goes to show just how hard the guys had it that were actually fighting in that stuff and living in it day in day out, you know, soaking wet. It's not envious of that. It also goes to show just how lucky we are these days with all the modern ultralight kit. Even just your basic supermarket stuff's lighter than the old stuff, you know. You can get sub-kilo one-person tents these days, and this poncho weighs a kilo. This blanket weighs probably 6 of my down duvet. But it's good to get out on the basic stuff. Nice to know that you can use your skills to keep you comfortable. Well, things didn't quite go to plan in this video, but I've had a really good time. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and if you have, please join me in the next one. Take care.